that he did. 1.7. Law in love 209 Psalm 78. 5. He established a testimony in Jacob, and he established a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers to declare to his children. Coincidentally, the first commandment is not a commandment. Exodus 20. 1-2. And God spoke all these words, saying, I am the Lord, your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. 1.8. The scope of instruction. Psalm 78. 6. That the generation to come may know it, and the children that will be born, and those who will arise tell it to their children, perpetuate the knowledge of Jehovah from generation to generation. 5. Generations we highlight. Fathers, children, children of the children of these, and the children of the last we must teach our children the duty of teaching their own. God does not have grandchildren, he only has children. 1 John 3. 1. See what love the Father has given us, that we should be called children of God. This is why the world does not know us, because it did not know him. We invest hundreds of hours a year with our children in sports, ballet, music. But what do we do spiritually? 1 Timothy 5. 8. For if anyone does not provide for his own, and especially for those of his household, he has denied the faith, and is worse than an unbeliever. During the week, our children are impressionable for around 110 hours. A week they spend 2 hours in church. 1.9. The conclusion of our work. Psalm 78. 7 is so that they may put their trust in God. It is teaching our children to believe in God. Romans 10. 17. So faith comes from hearing, and hearing comes from the word of God. And do not forget the works of God. Help them to believe and hope in his promises, which are faithful and true. 1 Timothy 4. 9. This is a faithful word, and worthy of being received by all. 210 Psalm 111. 4. He has made his wonders memorable. Gracious and merciful is Jehovah. See, let them keep his commandments, teach them to be obedient. Exodus 12. 25-26. And when you enter the land that Jehovah will give you, as he promised, you will keep this ritual. And when your children say to you, what is this ritual of yours? You will answer, it is the sacrifice of the Passover of the Lord, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians, and freed our houses. Then the people bowed and worshipped. Become a member of the channel and be an instrument of the Word of God. Don't miss this opportunity to impact lives. Click the link in the description now and help us spread the Word of God. The 4 Friends of the Paralytic by Humberto Ilario. Summary. What are the 4 friends of every believer? Mark 2. 1-12. Jesus entered Capernaum again after a few days, and it was heard that he was at home. And immediately, many gathered together, so that there was no room even at the door, and he preached the word to them. Then some came to him bringing a paralyzed man, who was carried by 4. And since they could not approach him because of the crowd, they uncovered the roof where he was, and